Media and royal commentators frame this as a major reputational crisis for the monarchy.
For years, Buckingham Palace has projected an image of unity, discipline, and carefully managed stability. Yet some royal watchers believe that beneath the polished appearances and ceremonial smiles, a far more complicated story may have been unfolding. What if one of the greatest challenges facing King Charles III was not coming from outside the monarchy, but from tensions quietly developing much closer to home? And what if a single television appearance exposed concerns that Buckingham Palace could no longer ignore? The story begins at a moment when the British monarchy was already navigating enormous change. King Charles III had inherited the throne during a period of intense public scrutiny, while Prince William, the future king, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, continued strengthening their position as the most popular working royals in the royal family. Across Britain and throughout the Commonwealth, many observers viewed Prince William and Kate Middleton as the embodiment of the monarchy's future, a perception that naturally increased attention on every relationship within the institution. At the same time, Queen Camilla had spent years rebuilding her public image after decades of controversy. Although Queen Camilla eventually secured a respected place within the monarchy, royal commentators frequently debated how history would remember Queen Camilla's role compared to other influential royal figures. According to long-standing media discussions, that question created a fascinating backdrop for conversations about influence, legacy, and visibility inside Buckingham Palace. Then came an interview that would generate extraordinary discussion among royal followers. During what initially appeared to be a routine media appearance, comments attributed to Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopez sparked immediate debate. While the remarks were interpreted differently by different audiences, some viewers believe the conversation emphasized Queen Camilla's importance while indirectly inviting comparisons with Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. Whether intentional or not, those perceptions quickly became the center of a growing controversy. What made the reaction so intense was not necessarily what was said, but what many royal observers believe the comments implied. In an institution where symbolism matters almost as much as official decisions, even subtle comparisons can generate enormous speculation. As clips circulated across social media, discussions exploded regarding succession, influence, and the future direction of the monarchy. Suddenly, questions that had once been limited to palace insiders and royal commentators were being debated by millions of people. But here is where the situation becomes even more intriguing. For years, Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, had carefully cultivated an image of duty, stability, and service. Every public engagement, every charitable initiative, and every appearance reinforced the perception that Prince William and Kate Middleton were preparing for the responsibilities that come with eventually leading the monarchy. Because of that reputation, any suggestion that alternative voices might seek greater influence immediately attracted attention from both supporters and critics of the royal family. Some royal commentators argued that the controversy revealed deeper frustrations that had been quietly developing beneath the surface. Others dismissed the entire situation as media exaggeration amplified by modern social networks. Yet regardless of which interpretation was correct, one reality could not be ignored. The conversation was no longer about a single interview. The conversation had become a broader debate about power, visibility, and influence inside one of the world's most famous institutions. What would you have thought if you were watching those comments unfold in real time? Would you have seen harmless family opinions, or would you have interpreted them as part of a larger discussion about the future of the monarchy? Reports and commentary continued spreading rapidly. Newspapers, television panels, and online forums dissected every statement, every facial expression, and every possible implication. In the middle of that storm stood King Charles III, a monarch whose entire reign depended upon maintaining institutional stability while balancing complicated family relationships. For King Charles III, public perception was never merely a public relations issue. Public perception directly influenced confidence in the crown itself. That reality is what makes the next chapter so significant. According to various reports and royal commentary circulating at the time, concerns began emerging about whether the interview represented a momentary misjudgment or something much deeper. Some observers believe the controversy exposed long-standing frustrations. Others believed ambitious individuals had underestimated how sensitive succession-related discussions could become within the royal family. Whatever the truth may have been, one thing was becoming increasingly clear: the issue had evolved far beyond a media headline. As speculation intensified, attention shifted toward Buckingham Palace itself. People wanted answers. People wanted reactions. Most importantly, people wanted to know whether King Charles III would view the controversy as an unfortunate misunderstanding or as a challenge to the stability that Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and the wider monarchy were trying to preserve. And according to royal insiders and media reports, that is precisely when events allegedly took a dramatic turn behind palace walls, setting the stage for a confrontation that would leave everyone asking the same question. What did King Charles III discover that transformed concern into action? As public debate continued gaining momentum, attention gradually shifted away from television studios and social media commentary and moved toward a far more consequential question. How was King Charles III responding behind closed doors? While newspaper headlines focused on controversy, royal observers increasingly wondered whether Buckingham Palace viewed the situation as a passing distraction or as a warning sign of something potentially more serious. For King Charles III, the challenge was never simply about criticism or competing opinions. Throughout decades spent as Prince of Wales, King Charles III had witnessed scandals, family disputes, constitutional debates, and media storms powerful enough to shake public confidence in the monarchy. Because of that experience, King Charles III understood something many outside observers often overlooked. The greatest threats to the royal family rarely arrive in dramatic fashion. More often, they begin as small fractures that are ignored until they become impossible to contain. That perspective helps explain why reports of concern inside Buckingham Palace attracted so much attention. According to royal commentators, King Charles III was less interested in individual remarks and more interested in the broader message those remarks appeared to communicate. Whenever discussions began comparing Queen Camilla's position to the growing influence of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, questions naturally emerged about future leadership, succession, and authority within the monarchy. Even when such conversations were speculative, they carried enormous symbolic weight. Meanwhile, Prince William and Kate Middleton continued carrying out royal duties with the same carefully controlled professionalism that had helped strengthen their public reputation over the years. Public appearances remained focused on charitable work, community engagement, and long-term initiatives rather than palace drama. That contrast became increasingly noticeable. While commentators debated controversy, Prince William, the future king, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, projected calm consistency. For many supporters of the royal family, that difference only reinforced why Prince William and Kate Middleton continued receiving such strong public approval. Yet beneath the surface, another dynamic was beginning to attract attention. Some royal analysts pointed out that discussions involving Queen Camilla's family had gradually become more visible following the coronation. While Queen Camilla had always maintained strong loyalty to King Charles III and the institution itself, increased public attention inevitably created new conversations about influence and proximity to power. History has repeatedly shown that whenever a monarchy enters a transition period, individuals connected to the institution often receive greater scrutiny from both supporters and critics. And this is where speculation began intensifying. Reports suggested that palace officials were quietly reviewing the growing media storm and assessing its potential impact on the monarchy's image. No official confirmation emerged regarding specific actions, but commentators repeatedly noted that Buckingham Palace traditionally places enormous importance on discipline, message control, and protecting the position of the heir. Because Prince William represents the future of the monarchy, any controversy capable of creating unnecessary division would naturally attract serious attention. What would you do if you were responsible for protecting an institution that has existed for centuries? Would you ignore growing controversy and hope public attention moved elsewhere? Or would you act early before small problems had an opportunity to become larger ones? Those questions became even more significant as discussions surrounding the interview continued spreading internationally. What began as a domestic royal story was now appearing in international publications, online forums, and television segments across multiple countries. The more people talked about the issue, the more attention shifted toward the relationship between Queen Camilla, King Charles III, Prince William, and Catherine, Princess of Wales. For Buckingham Palace, perception matters because perception often becomes reality in the minds of the public. Royal insiders frequently note that the monarchy depends upon continuity. Every generation prepares the next generation. Every monarch protects the institution for future heirs. From that perspective, Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, represent far more than popular public figures. Prince William and Kate Middleton symbolize the monarchy's long-term future. Any narrative that appears to challenge that structure inevitably becomes sensitive territory. As weeks passed, reports and commentary continued examining whether personal ambition, family loyalty, or simple miscalculation had contributed to the controversy. Some observers argued that the entire episode was being exaggerated beyond recognition. Others believed the situation revealed deeper tensions that had existed for years but remained hidden from public view. The truth remained unclear, but uncertainty itself became part of the story. What happened next only increased the intrigue. According to multiple royal commentators, King Charles III allegedly became determined to understand every aspect of the situation before reaching any conclusions. Rather than reacting emotionally, King Charles III reportedly wanted facts, context, and a complete understanding of what had actually occurred. That approach reflected a pattern many palace observers had noticed throughout King Charles III's public life. Patience often came first. Decisions came later. But sometimes patience leads to discoveries that change everything. As reports of private reviews, internal discussions, and growing concern continued circulating through royal circles, speculation reached an entirely new level. The question was no longer whether Buckingham Palace was paying attention. The question became what King Charles III might uncover if every conversation, every connection, and every reported motive were examined more closely. And according to royal insiders, the answers allegedly waiting behind palace walls would raise even more troubling questions about loyalty, influence, and the future direction of the monarchy, setting the stage for a development that nobody involved appeared prepared for. By this stage, the conversation was no longer simply about popularity or public appearances. The discussion had evolved into something much more significant. Across royal circles, political commentators, historians, and longtime palace observers, a growing debate was emerging about what the monarchy might look like once Prince William eventually becomes king. At the center of nearly every version of that debate stood Catherine, Princess of Wales, whose influence appeared to be expanding not through dramatic announcements but through the accumulation of trust, credibility, and quiet authority. What made the situation particularly fascinating was that Prince William seemed increasingly aware of the challenges facing modern royal institutions. Unlike previous generations, Prince William inherited a world dominated by social media, instant news cycles, and constant public scrutiny. Every decision made by Buckingham Palace could become a global headline within minutes. In such an environment, Prince William, the future king, appeared to understand that maintaining public confidence would require more than tradition alone. The monarchy would need trusted figures capable of connecting with people across different generations and backgrounds. And this is where Catherine, Princess of Wales, began attracting extraordinary attention from royal analysts. Unlike many public figures whose reputations fluctuate depending on political trends or media narratives, Catherine, Princess of Wales, had spent years building an image associated with consistency and reliability. Whether attending official engagements, supporting charitable initiatives, or representing the royal family during international visits, Catherine, Princess of Wales, projected a level of composure that many supporters considered essential for the future stability of the monarchy. Could that reputation be one of the reasons Prince William appears increasingly confident in presenting Catherine, Princess of Wales, as a central figure in the next royal era? Meanwhile, King Charles III continued navigating the complexities of his reign while simultaneously confronting questions about long-term succession. Although Buckingham Palace rarely comments on internal planning, historians frequently point out that preparation for future transitions never stops. Every successful monarchy depends upon continuity, and continuity requires years of careful groundwork. Reports suggest that senior figures within the royal family understand this reality better than anyone. As a result, every public appearance by Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales is often examined for clues regarding future responsibilities and evolving priorities. At the same time, the ongoing separation between Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and the working structure of the royal family continued shaping public perceptions. Every new development involving Prince Harry and Meghan Markle seemed to reinforce the contrast between two very different paths. On one side stood Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, pursuing independent projects outside the formal framework of Buckingham Palace. On the other side stood Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, representing continuity within the institution itself. Whether fair or unfair, many observers interpreted this contrast as a glimpse into competing visions of what public service should look like in the modern era. Yet another intriguing factor was beginning to emerge. Public opinion surveys and media commentary increasingly suggested that Catherine, Princess of Wales, had become one of the monarchy's strongest assets internationally. Support for Catherine, Princess of Wales, often extended beyond the United Kingdom, reaching audiences across North America, Australia, Europe, and parts of Asia. That level of global recognition carries enormous significance because the royal family's influence has always depended in part on international perception. If the monarchy hopes to remain relevant on the world stage, figures capable of generating widespread respect become strategically invaluable. But something else was happening beneath the surface. Several royal commentators began discussing the possibility that Prince William's future reign could be considerably leaner and more focused than previous eras. Rather than expanding the institution, Prince William may prioritize efficiency, public trust, and a carefully selected group of senior royals. If that prediction proves accurate, Catherine, Princess of Wales, would naturally become even more important because fewer senior figures would mean greater visibility and greater responsibility for those who remain at the center of royal operations. The deeper the controversy grew, the more difficult it became for Buckingham Palace to contain the speculation. What had started as a debated interview was now being discussed as a potential test of King Charles III's leadership during the early years of his reign. Royal commentators increasingly focused on one question above all others. Would King Charles III prioritize family relationships, or would King Charles III place the long-term protection of the monarchy above everything else? According to reports from royal insiders, the atmosphere inside palace circles had become noticeably tense. Conversations that once centered on public engagements, charitable initiatives, and future projects were now overshadowed by discussions about perception, loyalty, and institutional stability. While Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, continued maintaining their public schedule with remarkable discipline, attention behind the scenes reportedly shifted toward evaluating the potential consequences of the growing controversy. For many observers, the significance of that moment cannot be overstated. Throughout British royal history, monarchs have repeatedly faced situations in which personal emotions collided with constitutional responsibility. The crown has survived precisely because difficult decisions are often made with the institution in mind rather than individual preferences. King Charles III understood that reality better than most people. After spending decades preparing for kingship, King Charles III recognized that every action taken by Buckingham Palace sends a message far beyond palace walls. That is why reports of a private confrontation immediately captured public attention. According to royal commentators, concerns allegedly reached a point where direct conversations became unavoidable. Questions surrounding the interview, the resulting media storm, and the broader narrative regarding Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, could no longer remain unanswered. Whether the controversy had been intentional or accidental, Buckingham Palace reportedly needed clarity before determining how to move forward. And this is where the story entered its most dramatic phase. Imagine the pressure facing King Charles III during that period. On one side stood family connections developed over many years. On the other stood the monarchy itself, an institution expected to endure long after any individual controversy fades from memory. Every decision carried consequences. Every response risked criticism from one group or another. Yet doing nothing also carried risks. What would you have done in that position? Would you have chosen patience and reconciliation, hoping tensions would gradually disappear? Or would you have acted decisively to prevent further uncertainty from damaging the image of the royal family? According to reports and speculation circulating among royal observers, King Charles III ultimately concluded that preserving institutional stability had to remain the highest priority. If public confidence in the monarchy weakened, the consequences could extend far beyond a single controversy. Future generations of the royal family, including Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, would inherit the effects of decisions made today. That perspective reportedly shaped every discussion that followed. Meanwhile, support for Prince William and Kate Middleton appeared stronger than ever. Public polls, media analysis, and commentary continued highlighting the popularity of the Prince and Princess of Wales. Many Britons viewed Prince William as the future king best positioned to guide the monarchy through a changing modern era, while Catherine, Princess of Wales, continued strengthening her reputation through charity work, public service, and an ability to connect with people from all walks of life. The contrast became increasingly difficult to ignore. While controversy generated headlines, Prince William and Kate Middleton remained focused on responsibility. While speculation dominated media discussions, Catherine, Princess of Wales, continued representing stability. For many members of the public, those qualities reinforced why the future king and future queen occupied such an important place within the monarchy's long-term vision. Yet reports suggested that not everyone viewed the situation through the same lens. Some commentators argued that those involved in the controversy genuinely believed they were contributing ideas about modernization and reform. Others believed personal ambition may have clouded judgment. Because no official account fully explained every detail, the debate continued. However, one reality appeared increasingly clear. Buckingham Palace could not allow uncertainty regarding succession and leadership to continue dominating public discussion. That realization reportedly brought King Charles III closer to a final decision. According to royal insiders, the monarch allegedly spent considerable time reflecting on the consequences of every available option. A harsh response could create new headlines. A weak response could invite further speculation. The challenge facing King Charles III was finding a path that demonstrated authority while protecting the dignity of the institution. For a monarch concerned about legacy, that balancing act was extraordinarily important. As discussions continued behind palace walls, many royal observers sensed that a turning point was approaching. The mood surrounding the controversy had changed. Early speculation was giving way to expectations of action. Commentators began predicting that Buckingham Palace would eventually send a message regarding discipline, boundaries, and the future direction of the monarchy. Then reports emerged suggesting that King Charles III had finally reached a conclusion. If those reports were accurate, the decision would not simply affect the individuals involved. The decision would reshape public understanding of how far King Charles III was willing to go to protect the crown. It would influence perceptions of Queen Camilla, reinforce the position of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, and potentially define one of the most consequential moments of the king's reign. And what happened next would transform the controversy from a palace dispute into a defining statement about power, loyalty, and the future of the royal family, leading directly to the dramatic outcome that nobody could ignore. If the controversy had remained confined to headlines and speculation, Buckingham Palace might have eventually allowed public attention to move elsewhere. But according to royal commentators, by the time King Charles III reached the final stage of deliberation, the issue was no longer about one interview, one disagreement, or even one family dispute. The issue had become a test of authority. The issue had become a question of whether the monarchy could maintain a clear sense of order during one of the most important transitions in modern royal history. Reports suggest that after weeks of reviewing information, listening to advisors, and weighing the potential consequences, King Charles III ultimately concluded that uncertainty posed a greater danger than decisive action. Whether every allegation circulating in the media was accurate or not, the damage created by ongoing speculation threatened to overshadow the larger mission of the monarchy. The longer questions remained unanswered, the greater the risk that public confidence could be weakened. For King Charles III, that possibility appears to have been unacceptable. Royal insiders claimed that the king believed the future stability of the institution depended upon maintaining a clear understanding of roles and responsibilities. Within that framework, Prince William, the future king, and Catherine, Princess of Wales, occupied positions that could not become the subject of ongoing public rivalry. Regardless of personal relationships, public popularity, or private opinions, the structure of succession remained the foundation upon which the monarchy rested. That principle reportedly guided everything that followed. As reports of palace dissatisfaction continued circulating, observers noticed a significant shift. Attention gradually moved away from debate over individual comments and toward discussion of the monarchy itself. Supporters of Prince William and Kate Middleton argued that the controversy had unintentionally highlighted why the Prince and Princess of Wales remained so important to the institution. Throughout weeks of speculation, Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, avoided public confrontation, avoided inflammatory responses, and continued focusing on service. For many members of the public, that restraint spoke volumes. The image of Prince William, the future king, standing above controversy while continuing royal duties reinforced perceptions of leadership and stability. Likewise, Catherine, Princess of Wales, strengthened her reputation through consistency, professionalism, and a commitment to causes extending far beyond palace politics. In the eyes of many royal watchers, the controversy had produced an unexpected outcome. Instead of weakening public support for Prince William and Kate Middleton, it appeared to strengthen it. Yet the human cost of the situation remained impossible to ignore. Behind every headline stood real relationships, real emotions, and real consequences. Reports suggested that Queen Camilla found herself in an extraordinarily difficult position, balancing loyalty to family with loyalty to the institution she had spent years supporting alongside King Charles III. For royal observers, that emotional dimension added another layer of complexity to an already complicated story. Monarchy may operate through tradition and protocol, but the people involved remain human, and perhaps that is what makes stories like this so fascinating. The royal family occupies a unique place in public life. Millions of people follow royal events not only because of crowns, palaces, and ceremonies, but because those events often reflect universal themes: loyalty, ambition, duty, sacrifice, family, responsibility. Whether discussing King Charles III, Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, Queen Camilla, Prince Harry, or Meghan Markle, public interest often centers on the same timeless question: what happens when personal desires collide with larger responsibilities? What do you think? Do you believe the controversy was primarily the result of misunderstandings amplified by modern media? Or do you believe the situation revealed deeper tensions that had remained hidden beneath the surface for years? Most importantly, do you think King Charles III handled the situation correctly in the interests of protecting the monarchy and supporting the future represented by Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales? One thing remains certain: the British royal family continues evolving in real time. As King Charles III shapes the legacy of the current reign and Prince William prepares for the responsibilities that await a future king, every decision carries significance far beyond the present moment. The monarchy has survived generations of challenges because it constantly adapts while protecting the traditions that define it. Whether this controversy ultimately fades into history or becomes a defining chapter of the modern royal era, only time will provide the answer. Until then, the questions remain, the debates continue, and royal watchers around the world will keep looking toward Buckingham Palace for the next chapter in this remarkable story. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the royal family, Prince William, Catherine, Princess of Wales, King Charles III, Queen Camilla, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our growing community of royal watchers. Give this video a like if you enjoy thoughtful royal analysis. Share your opinion in the comments because your perspective helps shape future discussions. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our next update on the monarchy, Buckingham Palace, and the future of the crown. And now, before you leave, take a look at the next video appearing on your screen, because the story behind that royal development may be even more surprising than the one we explored today.